Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin, and maybe some other coins once again too, and check those out. But first, you know what we need to do. Let's go see what retail has your eyes on today. I'm over here to Coin Gecko, and come down here to the bottom of the list. Let's come down to the bottom of the list, guys, and take a look at all the coin. Gem coin, I saw that yesterday. Polygon and ApeCoin. Pendocoin. Pendocoin should be on the list. Okay. Stargate Finance. I've checked into that coin a while back. It's actually not too bad. Very, very high risk. Arbitrum, GALA. Oh, GALA is back on the list. Pepe 2. Pepe's back there, guys. Ethereum, Core, Tether. Tether's on the list. Oh, probably because of the Tether stuff. It's going to zero, right? It's on Binance Chain, guys. It's on Binance Chain. So I think it's Binance.us or something like that that's got those issues. Algorand is down there. Wow, Algorand is having some problems getting off the bottom, isn't it? Down already. So yeah, I mean, you Algorand fans, I mean, at the end of the day, you're buying the bottom if you're bullish on Algorand. I'm not too much of a fan on Algorand. It's like a dead chain. It's like doesn't have anything. I mean, it has some stuff going on, but users aren't too enthused with it. It's kind of like Polkadot, kind of it seems cool, but at the end of the day, nobody's using it. I think really, it's going to be more of a focus on the users where people are going to be going to. So think of crypto like how Google thought of crypto. So the one thing with Google was, as time went on, you could manipulate a lot of things with Google early on. I was in search a long time ago, guys, back in the day when you could you could easily spam a website and just blast it up like real easy. I mean, you could beat Wikipedia, you could beat them all, you have this ragtag. As a matter of fact, you want to see a website I had in the SERPs. There's still an article out on the internet. It's called How Garbage Ranks in the SERPs. You go see that. Me and another guy did that website. We were ranked number 2, number 3 for car insurance. Yeah, try to rank 2 or 3 for car insurance. So anyhow, the deal is that what is going on is with the users. So Google looked at it like, hey, if all the users are coming here and hanging out and enjoying their time, having a good experience, they're going to rank that. And more than likely, that's what's going to happen with crypto, guys. I see the future of crypto going that direction. If you look at how crypto is moving in a way where you have Web3. These are going to be integrated with social media. People probably going to have phones and not even realizing they're on the blockchain probably at times and things like that. And it's going to start getting integrated. It's a fair way off, but think about it. Some of these things, these concepts and things like now, it's like, oh, this is no way. But if you go back 10 years or even before that, you wouldn't have thought that people would have been, even before Facebook came out, you wouldn't have thought, oh, no, there's no way that'd be happening, a Facebook thing or something like that. You'd be chatting and, and then you're like 25 years ago, like telling people that there's people in the world that didn't want to talk on the phone, that only wanted to text, like I talk to girls who are like, talking on the phone like that, holding the phone up to your head, that's like weird. Like, you had no choice a long time ago. So, and then before that, man, you had to write letters, right? So, all right, guys. So here's the deal with the DXY. It's going to be a little bit more. And it is going to be trending down, in my opinion. It's got a trend down here to the 40. I think, like I put videos on here, it's going to be doing a gentle, like, trend down to these areas. 95-ish is what I'm looking for. And that could be good for risk on assets. It's not a guarantee. It's just like MicroStrategy's going up. If you guys haven't been paying attention, I'm not going to go over that because people get bored of it, but you go check out MicroStrategy. I post on Twitter. Go check out Riot Blockchain. Go check out CleanSpark. Go check out all the miners. Some of them aren't doing so hot. I mean, they're kind of just making their base. But, like Mara's making a base and then it's going to correct and probably do a shot out of there. But the miners are rolling, Riot, CleanSpark, MicroStrategy's rolling. Almost, it's like less than $10 away from the target, $418 target that I have. And I think the next one's in the 500s. and then a potential 800 plus on MicroStrategy. And if those are going up, that's a very, very good signal for the future of Bitcoin. Okay, for Bitcoin, not a guarantee, but it's a pretty darn good signal if you got folks over there like very, very bullish on the miners and very bullish on MicroStrategy. Okay, so I take that as a good signal for the future of Bitcoin here in the next few months, if you will. Anyhow, I think the trend reversal for the DXY is going to be about the same time as the trend reversal of the NASDAQ over here. The NASDAQ is going to be trending up and to the right. Time frame I got is somewhere at the end of the year. It could go on a little bit longer, so you got to give me a little bit of a window here. Got to give me a little bit of window. It could be October, November, maybe December. It could be January, February. You know, can't get it exactly right. Not even Nostradamus could get the exact day when these things are going to peak out, or even the exact week, right? So it makes sense. But it come down here end of the year, some time frame, and then you know here you got the NASDAQ up, peak, probably break all time highs, and then it's going to be going to a correction, and NASDAQ or the DXY be going into a trend wherever it's going to end up, guys. So what I'm saying is that's good for Bitcoin, and that's good for risk on assets, and that peak could be good for crypto overall, if you know what I mean, guys. So here's the deal with Bitcoin. All right. So with Bitcoin here, guys, I think that there might be a little bit of a baby pump going on here with Bitcoin before the actual run to 40K for Bitcoin. Okay. So the deal is looking at this, some algos and things is kind of suggesting, I don't know how much, like a pump. This could be a pump to the 31, maybe even higher than that, maybe even 32K up near there, and then have the reversal, guys. Okay. So I was thinking like kind of like this area over here. See how it went up and then sideways and then boom and then sideways and boom. I think maybe there might be a smaller version of this. You see this section right here? Boom, sideways went up. That's kind of like that section right there. And then over here, and you might have another one of these right over here up to 31, 32, then a reversal down to those areas, guys. Okay, so no guarantees, obviously, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. If this does pump up, it's going to get everybody bullish again above the 30K area, but then to come back down. So then you have this sideways area in here. So I'm still looking at a target for 28 to 29K, even though it may pump up. Okay. So depending on the situation, I might enter in this area over the next day or two on Bitcoin and write a pump up and then exit and come back down. So that's pretty, risky, in a way that, well, not risky, but like, so entering in here, writing a pump, exiting, then, the risk is that it might not correct. It might just continue on and then you miss it, et cetera, expecting this and you don't get it. But, this $27,000 area, guys, I don't think there might be a wick down to there or something like that, especially if it does this pump up and that does a correction for Bitcoin. Otherwise, the trend going into August, okay, definitely going into August into the end of the year is going to be up, and then Bitcoin will be making its way up to these areas, the 40 to 48K in my opinion, and we'll just have to see where this is going to end up, guys. So, right, with GBTC, let me go over here to GBTC, guys. GBTC is looking very, very bullish. This is GBTC on a monthly chart. And, here's this move back down. And then here's another move here, and I got from January, even as late as June, that this could be trending up and to the right. And if that's the case, you have a good shot that Bitcoin may be trending the same amount of time up too. And the move that these assets can make in that amount of time, so the thing is I'm looking at with GBTC, it's very hard to predict. But you see this section right here, guys, and then you see this section right here. You see how similar it is right there, and then it has just this thrust up. So I would not be, it could do something like this, guys, like, ending up into that area right up there, my target area, and it could do it before January. And you think about that, right? Let's say it starts right there. That's the top of 52. On the 2-month chart, I have fib targets now up here at as high as 60 and then as high as 93, which would be an all-time high for Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which is 59. Okay. So here it peaked in February 21, right? Bitcoin didn't do that. Bitcoin over here, it decided to do another thrust up beyond that. But you see GBTC. So, there's always been this debate. Where did it actually peak? And is this whole thing a correction? And it could be. It very well could be, guys. We're not really going to know until this is all over with. That's the reality of it. I mean, this could be a massive flat, like right here, A, B, C, and then it's going up for a fifth wave. And that would be good for Bitcoin if it's doing that, because this fifth wave has a shot to definitely hit these targets, in my opinion. If I was very confident in this being a fifth wave, which I mean, I can't answer that. It's all speculation right now on what that is. Did it end right there? Did it end right there? I don't like that this is a fifth wave. But anyhow, this gives me evidence that more than likely Bitcoin's top was there. See how it went up? It didn't break it. It came back down. And then, is it going to be doing one of these guys? It does appear so that it's going to make a quick move up and then maybe a correction and then grind the rest, just like it kind of does up there. So that's good for Bitcoin, guys, in my opinion. Really good for Bitcoin, really good for cryptocurrency, and going into the end of the year. So some coins, looking at the DXY, USDT dominance chart. I've been checking this one out too. And this one here, I have to double check it, but this was the trend. Obviously, it went down here, and it's been up in this nasty trend this way, right? So it has a trend over here, up into this trend. I'm looking for this to be coming back down into the box, kind of like the DXY in a way. I don't think it's going to do a drop. I think it's just going to be grind sideways, back down, grind sideways, back down like that. And that's good that's usually telling you people are leaving Tether and going into Bitcoin or some other asset, if you will, which is bullish for Bitcoin, guys. Okay. Let's see other coins that are moving. Going over some other coins, guys, that we've been paying attention to. Look at that, Crush Shadow, up 22%. So Crush Shadow, I've been going over this one a little bit. It's pretty obvious, I think, what's going on over here. It looks like a little baby 1-2, kind of like what it did down here, guys, So you can see with these Crush Shadow over here, this is the Canary network of Crust Network, which, it's in the storage area, which is a very good area to be in. Storage is, there's definitely, as long as you keep up with the technology and be able to increase storage and things like that, like, what Google and all these companies like to do, they want to store all this information and keep it forever and keep all the data on everything that they have, because data is huge. That's why storage is so important. Is that very bullish on this asset for Crust Network, okay? Just based off my data that I'm getting from on the algos and things. And ultimately, this would be bullish too, if that's the case, okay? Because this is like Crust Network would be like Polkadot, and then Crush Shadow would be like Kusama. So anyhow, I think that could be going on over here. It's going to take some time. Probably another one, back up, another one, back up, and then sideways like it did over here. And then eventually, boom, it'll just rip out of there. And you could have, you could have yourself a 2 or 3x pretty quick. Okay. It's just going to be in here waiting, just like they do over here, guys. Like there's very few people that are going to buy it right there at 0.003 and exit it out over there. Most of it went in through here. Boom, 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 boom. You can see boom, boom, a lot of it there, some here, and then boom, exit, and then probably same thing over here. That's how that goes to get those moves, guys. So Engine Coin is same thing. It's ripping out of there into, looks like a nice impulse, could swing back around and then do another move up on Engine Coin. I went over Ethereum too, guys. Ethereum is could do more of a pump up, and I expect it to swing back down to the green box into that area. Have to see how much of a pump that it's going to do. And let's see, GLQ is another one. Checking this one out, you can see here, boom, 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 and then boom. You know, I think that this one could definitely make a move up there, maybe even target right there, you know, for a short-term trade. You know, if everything, you know, if it's like January, Feb, December, and everything looks like it's going to be turning around 5-6x on GLQ, it's pretty darn good. It's solid coin, Web3 space. I've gone over GLQ or GraphLink protocol. It's very cool. It's making things easier for people in the market. They're kind of forward thinking where you have plug and play system. You don't need to know coding, and then you can put all this stuff together on Web3, basically like Web3 websites and stuff like that on the blockchain. So very, very cool, very forward thinking. So it'll probably take it some time. People aren't even thinking about that because it's not really there yet. This Web3 coin, this too, IAS Ipso link. Just, you know, you can see a little bit of buying going on. You know, I'm just looking for a little baby shot right here, guys. You know, I don't think there's going to be anything fantastical, but you never know with a coin like that. These coins can rip. That is a target up there too, guys, into that supply zone, which is another 4 or 5x, but boom, boom, boom. Easy double right there. Caspa coin. Let's go over Caspa coin. It's hanging out in this area. Been in the media a lot, got on CT a lot, obviously, because look at what it's done. And, you know, I'm still looking for that 0.07 target. And I think that Caspa probably could be up there before the correction, the major correction of the NASDAQ, Bitcoin, and maybe the cryptocurrency market. The tentative schedule that I have of when this could be popping up, guys. So as I said, you know, buying it down here into the box, and you're looking at a solid 15x on Caspa. Okay, that those were in here. Wrote it up to there. You wrote up there with me. I said exit out of there, take some off the table. You had 6, 7, even in 8x, and now you're over here, and then you could finish it off. I think that could be done by the end of the year, guys. More than likely, in my opinion, just off this candle, it's a third wave. So you're looking like a 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe 1, 5, and then it can go to another correction. Don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of making a speculative guess, if you will, at that point. Chainlink is did actually a pretty good move off the bottom right there, guys. You know, a nice impulse move off the bottom. It could swing back around. You know, Chainlink, man, has really been a big, big disappointment. But you know what happens when, you know, you're just really disappointed in something in a coin like this. You know, because going sideways, oh man, big disappointment. And then this thing just rocketed out of there. But the reality of it is with Chainlink is I think Chainlink's just going to be making a run to maybe $12 to $15, $20 or something like that. And then it's going to come back down and correct. So I don't think massive gains are going to be going on with Chainlink, but solid coin, man. That's like very, very solid coin. So very solid coin. Said same thing about Matic, guys. I think that Matic here is going to be making a run into this area for the up to the end of the year. Okay, I'm looking at these 90-cent targets, and then it could make this shot up to back up to that supply zone of $1.30, guys, and then come back down for a correction. I made a video on that with Matic. Let's see here, Metis. Metis is an interesting area with this right here. You know, some people would say that's a double bottom. They usually do play out, but not all the time. But if Metis be making a run from here and then into these areas, I'm thinking that possibly with Metis, this is going to be one of these arduous deals here. So you got to move here, nice big flat. It's going to go back up to these areas again, right, to the end of the year. Maybe it goes even higher, and then boom, back down in correction, and then you got a sideways action again to really piss people off. That could happen, guys. That's kind of like I'm thinking like, you know, this is just getting really frustrating. Here it is 1 year and go back up, back down again, you know, and then you think about this, you know, retail's like, oh, forget Metis. Until they see green candles, they'll be like, oh, look at those green candles, guys, man. Let's go over there and check it out, right? Mina. Mina is interesting too, guys. You know, it had a low here, it came around, broke this low, and it's getting out of there onto that support. And you know, Mina's interesting because this thing really could do a shot. This if Bitcoin makes a run, Ethereum makes a little bit of a run, you know, you're looking at Mina, making a shot back up to those highs, guys, of you know, a good 2x into that area. And then, you know, with Mina, once again, you know, back up, back down, and then you have sideways action through here. So it looks like it's making a floor through that area, in my opinion. Nakamoto Games, I've gone over this, extremely bullish asset. There's no doubt about that. This thing, you know, it's in the area. I think it went back up and touched the supply zone again. I told you guys I exited out. You can see, look at that candle, that daily candle up there. So went up there, touched it again, got some more supply, and it's probably come back down to the 40. Don't know if this is a third, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up for 5 again. It very well could, but there'll be a correction. Now, the thing is with this one, if that is a third wave, this correction may not be as deep as you expect. So if you're out of it, you know, and it starts coming back down into these areas, you know, try to have a plan to maybe get in a little bit earlier on this one, okay? Because it could just come down a little bit and then take off. So you can see, like on this wave, this was a shallow correction. This was a shallow correction, sideways correction. It come up, make a shallow correction, and keep going, guys. So maybe into like August or something, you finish it up and then come back down in August. It might be back down to these areas. So that's what I would think, that it's probably not going to be that deep of a correction. It's just my guess at the time being. I could be wrong. Obviously, I could be wrong, guys. Quant Crypto, big disappointment after June 22. Big disappointment. This thing just doesn't want to go anywhere. It's making an ugly correction, but it's definitely in the bottom area. I mean, this area right here, it's up in this wave and this massive flat. This is what it did, is a massive flat, nasty flat. Once again, it took it October 22 all the way over here to July. And maybe at some point, this thing's going to start working on the next wave out of here, guys. So, you know, it's unfortunate. Some of those coins like that don't want to play. They're not ready to play yet, guys. That's one of the things with, you know, any type of investing that you do. Okay, VAI coins actually coming down a little bit. I posted on Twitter on VAI coin that come back down. And if this is not going to do a 1-2-1-2 or any weird thing like that, it's going to rip out of there. The first week of August, maybe the second week of August, I think it can do a rip up to the pink. Okay. So anywhere near 5 cents, I'm looking at it 7 cents, 6 cents, you know, the back down to here, 5 cents on VAI. I was down there, let me pick this up, pick some up, just kept hitting it a little bit back in that area. But I do think by the end of the year, you have a solid shot, you know, 5, 6, 7x right there on VAI coin, guys. Okay, to do a shot right up there. And it can be done quick. VELO coin still playing in that area, going sideways. And VELO coin, the short-term time frame, I think the same thing could go on right here, guys. So either I'll move to this area. That right there, guys, from here to here is a 200%. From there to there, okay? That easily can do that in like, yeah, a day. It just down here, boom, 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 and like that, okay? But if VELO coin is going to make a shot up there, okay, from here to there, by the end of the year, you're looking at 15x, okay? And that definitely could be happening. Now, if you're long-term into this coin, you know, and getting back up to these targets, you're looking at some serious moves, okay? Serious moves. 33x on XRP. You can be waiting a long time, in my opinion, for that. You want 33x, you have a better shot with it on a coin like that, in my opinion. So, of course, there's more risk. VELO could be something wrong with it. I don't know. I can't predict that. And it could go to zero, right? I don't think so, but that's the risk. XRP is probably not. XRP, you know, it's established, been around a long time. Not, you know, and they're fighting the SEC. That's like a good signal saying that they want to be around, you know, like they're fighting them. So it's not saying they want to go anywhere. So usually people that are doing nefarious things aren't going to be putting up a fight against an organization like that, if you know what I mean, right? So Near Protocol, one big disappointment here with Near Protocol, guys, you know. Near protocol basically just needs to wait for the rest of the cryptocurrency market to go bullish. It needs the support of the whole market before it can do anything, in my opinion. Could it do a shot out of there at some point? It very well could, but some of these coins just waiting for the support of the market, like Chainlink, Kusama, Polkadot. They need Bitcoin to go bullish for them to do anything. ICP, it's definitely down here at the bottom. This thing is definitely at the bottom. I'll tell you that. If you're buying something at the bottom, well, this would be it. You're not buying the top on that one. That's for sure. But at some point, you got the 200 period on the daily right here. You can see the 200 period is actually flattening out. You see that? Look at that. It's finally flattening out. And then boom, boom, boom. At some point, I think it's going to make a shot to 12 or 15 bucks. At the end of the year, do I think it can do it? I don't have my hopes up on that one, guys, to be straight with you, right? Cadena coin, I got over this. A lot of people still pretty bullish on Cadena coin. It looks like everybody pretty much left Cadena and they went over to Caspa. Interesting, isn't it? Cadena Caspa, guys. So personally, is it going to do a shot out of there? Yeah, very well could. 59 cents to 10 bucks, even up here to 10 bucks. Where is that at? In these areas. It's going to need the support of the market to do that. Going to need like full-time bullishness going on, more than likely, guys. Otherwise, if you put your money into this, in my opinion, now financial advice, you could be waiting a while for that. Maybe even into next year or something like that, guys. Who knows? Who knows? So that's unfortunate with Cadena coin. So it's just not ready to roll yet, guys. Here's Heart Token. It's doing that. You see that move right there. What does that look like, guys? You see that move right here? Boom, 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 boom. Right? That move right there looks like Nakamoto Games in a way, doesn't it? Nakamoto Games went up that and went down, boom, 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 went over here. And Nakamoto Games is actually up there right now. But I do think that Heart Coin over here, boom, you got 2, 3x on Heart Coin. Okay? So that's how I'm looking at that, guys. GALA coin is the same thing here. I am looking at this one, and it's it's kind of like the Solana engine coin. Some other coins, I think if you think Chainlink, it made a move out of here, probably in a correction. It could swing back around, and then it could start making its way out of there. And then I'm looking for a shot on GALA, get up here to the 7 cents, and then I had 10 cents on one of these, didn't I? Yeah, maybe this was it. Up here, the 7 to 10 cents on GALA. So 210 to 300%. Okay. So, and then ultimately it's going to be making that demand zone, guys. That demand zone. Could it do this shot by the end of the year? I mean, it's GALA coin, guys. It's a cryptocurrency. They can go a lot higher than you think that they can go. You might say, oh, man, you know what? You're an idiot, man. What's wrong with you, man? You really think GALA can go up there 10x, man, by the end of the year? What is wrong with you, man? Haven't you seen the supply recently, man? They screwed everything up. Okay. Nobody believed this one right here, man. It's going through here. I say it's going to pump. It's going to pump right here. And it did. It did. It's going to pump, right? And it went boom, 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 boom. Not too much. It's all right, man. 3x right there, So it kind of depends on what GALA is doing here. I can't tell you what GALA is going to be, what it's doing here. Is this A, B, C? Okay. It could be. And that's not going to be good for GALA because now this becomes a connector wave. Okay. So if you're bearish on GALA and you think, it's going to do an ABC, you see this leg over here. This is the connector wave to make another one of these over here. And it starts going down. It'll probably go like this sideways for a long time. So when GALA makes this move up here to there, or maybe even up there, definitely up there, man. If you're not taking profits in this area, man, I don't, you just should be, in my opinion. Now financial advice. And then it rolls up into there. And then it becomes an ABC. I mean, it very well could actually, if it gets that high, guys, ABC, and then it wants to do another move back down here, and then it finally goes bullish. That's a possibility. Or it's ABC, just goes like a 1-to-1, same as this leg, and it's going to come back down, correct, and then get out of there. It very well could. Or this is 1-2, and it's going into a 3. And the 3 doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do a shot right up there. It could do 1-2, and then you know, play around in there, do another little baby 1 2 1 2, it goes sideways. So that's when you see, okay, so I'll show you something like this. Okay, guys, when you see some of these things, you know, they're like down here, they go 1 2, you know, 1 2 1 2, you know, it's going 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? And they're going like sideways for a long time like this. Maybe it goes up a little bit like that again, goes up like that, and then all of a sudden you see this thing, man. One day you wake up and bam, like that. That's what happens, guys. You know, that's how it works. So, and that can't happen, man. So that gets bored people out of the market. Oh, I got my money in GALA, man. It's not going anywhere, and I don't know what to do, man. Look at all these other green candles, man. Let's go over there. So you got your candles up here, your green candles, right? So this is what retail does. You know, they're up here. They got their green candles. Oh, yeah, look at this. I'm making gains. And then all of a sudden it rolls back over. And then GALA's down here. When that rolls over, right, they're over here. They left here. They exit out of here. They go over here. They start losing money. And then GALA's down here. And then bam. And they're like, oh, my gosh, I just screwed that up. That's how the markets work usually, guys, right? Why? How do I know? It's happened to me before. I was like, okay, I'm over here. Wait a second. This coin ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Let me go over here to this one, man. It's making moves, and I make some gains, you know, doing all right. And then all of a sudden I come back. I'm like, oh, man, what did I just do, man? I just got screwed by the market. That's a huge feeling, you know. And you screw yourself. It's all a mind game, man. You're in a mind game. If you're anywhere in the mind game, guys, this is it. You are in a mind game, okay? Everything is out there. You read it on Twitter. You listen to it on YouTube. Maybe you listen to me on YouTube. You listen to all this stuff out there and everything. It's all a mental mind game, man. It is like, it's warfare. It's literally warfare, guys. Like, there's people that are going to read something today and they're going to believe it. And it could be it could be 100% false. They're going to read it. They're going to go, oh my gosh, this guy, man, look at his credentials. He's been in the market for 15 years. Look at this guy, man. He shorted. You know what he did? He was really good. He shorted the markets back in 2007, 2008. And man, he predicted the freaking crash, man. He predicted the crash back then. That guy must be really smart. Okay. When you're using other people's money, guys, I mean, look at the girl from FTX. She's using other people's money. Huh? Right? Okay. So using other people's money. By the way, when he put it in a short, it was like 18 months. It had to go up and then finally down. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to put my money into GALA. I'm shorting it. I keep adding it in over the next 18 months. Yeah, at some point, it's probably going to go down in that time. So, all right, guys. So that's how I look at that. If you had the actual top. Anyhow, I went off on to a rant. All right, guys, you got my point. I think. So that's the deal with the markets, guys. So let's go back over here to Bitcoin. So I'm looking at Bitcoin. You know, this Bitcoin likes to play games. You know how Bitcoin is, guys. You know, it's never, the market's only going to give us, you know, well, it's not going to give it what I think it's going to give, but like, this is like a little tricky game it has going on in here. So, you know, my original thinking is that it's going to come back down here. It very well could. I got my limit orders in still. I'm not going to be stupid and remove them, right? I'm going to down here, have those all in. But I'm thinking that maybe there might be a little shot up into this area and then come back down. Okay. Like over here, guys, you know, it went up a little bit, just like this, up a little bit. It's over here. You see that? Come back down like that. And then another shot up 31, maybe up 32, get everybody bullish again. Hoorah. Yeah, right. Let's go, man. Put it on YouTube. Look at this. We're going to the moon and then back down to this area. That's what I'm thinking like that, guys. Something like that. I think could be reasonable. The thing is, I'm thinking, okay, 30,200, maybe do a little run up onto a trade and then come back down and get that. So not sure about that. The other two, BCH, people were like, you know, they're like, Greg, man, what's up with your trades, man? These things are wild swings. Hey, man, this is cryptocurrency, man. You got to be prepared for the wildness, man. You get used to it after a while. If it stresses you out, lower the leverage or just use spot. You know, you won't make as much gains. But if it stresses, if the wild swings are stressing you out and like, you know, annoying you, you're not used to it yet. It'll take some time to get used to it, guys. You know, it's going to take some months and you'll just understand. You just have to have confidence in your trade. That's why I don't like copy trading. Copy trading is no good. Go copy other people's trades, guys. If you want to trade, you should be getting into your own system, having your own system or anything like that. Copy trading is not going to make you rich. because you're not learning how to trade. You're just copying some other guys. Okay. I mean, maybe some people got rich doing that, but like, I doubt it. I doubt it. That's like somebody try to win the Powerball and they're not really playing. They're not buying the ticket, right? So here's BCH. And if Bitcoin is going to make that trend back up, right? If Bitcoin's going to make that trend back up, then BCH or Bitcoin Cash can make another move back up here to the 300s, guys, and you get another trend. Now, here's the deal with BCH, Bitcoin Cash. It's going to make a move down here, guys. I'm telling you, like this 21 period moving average, and it's going to be testing this one too. This one too, okay? Like I'll put this one right here. Maybe it's going to go like that. Maybe it's going to go a little bit higher, right? Up in this area. So eventually, boom, it'll come back down. Now, another one too, I was looking at for a short trade, guys. So let Bitcoin go up. I think you got a couple more days. So here's compound, right? And you see that? Look at that. Up for a swing. It's down here in the 21 period moving average on the daily. And then it could get up a little bit more too if Bitcoin perhaps gets to go up. And then it could swing back around. It's going to test this 21 and these areas in this area right down here. 48 is actually a target that I have on that. So I'm checking that one out. But if you check out Bitcoin Cash, okay, you see how this 9 period moving average, simple moving average is curling over. Okay, you just go back to the history of Bitcoin Cash, guys, and you see what's the 9 period moving average. Okay, let me go do a little bit more examples. I'll show you guys something here. Once the 9 period moving average crosses, what is going on here, man? It keeps, I want that off. There we go. There we go. So here's an example, right? So once you see the 9, usually once the 9 crosses over the 21, you have dumpage. All right. So what do you see? The 9 crosses the 21, you have dumpage. The 9 crosses the 21, you have dumpage. You see that, guys? It's the same thing right here. Like, if you guys watch any day traders or you know anything like people in the stocks and stuff and day trading that use the moving averages, the two most common are the 9 and the 21 or the 9 and the 20. And when this thing curls around and the 9 crosses the 20 or 21, right? Like it's going to do here soon, they get out, okay? And the same thing at the bottom, they use the moving averages when to exit or when to enter and when to exit as an example. So the 9 crossed the 21 and the 40. And let's say they were down here for their trade or they entered in right here. They wrote it up. And technically, you could still be in BCH. And you're like, oh, okay, maybe it is going to go bearish and cross it. You see, cross on there, 921, the golden cross, if you will. And then the bearish cross is coming up, guys. And normally, if this 9 is going to cross that 21, you're going to have some dumpage down to the 40. 40, okay? You go back and look at the history of Bitcoin Cash. Let's go here to the beginning of it. Let's go to the beginning and I'll show you, okay? Where's the beginning of Bitcoin Cash? Beginning of Bitcoin Cash. It did a moonshot over here. Let's go through this moonshot. Here's this mega moonshot. The 9 crosses the 21, went through the 40. And then you can see as long as it goes along that one there, you stay in. You had a little fake out right there. That definitely would have scared some, yeah, that would have been scary. Jeez, look at that. That thing did a shot up to 24 and went all the way back down to 800. That would have, whoa, man, I tell you what, man, if you would have went through that, man, that would take some serious balls, wouldn't it? But you see the 9 didn't cross the 21. If you just would have been like, hey, if I'm only going to get out once the 9 crosses the 21. It does cross the 21 right there. Okay, so could have got out right there. It was a fake out, but pretty much here's the 9, crosses the 21, and then tags the 21, and once it hits that 40, it's dumpage. It's dumpage, guys. So, you know, it's what are those things that you just have to eliminate as much emotion as possible and just go off your indicators, guys, at the end of the day. You just have to remove it. Believe me, I know it's tough to do that. You have to be, you really, really with trading, you have to be a freaking beast, man. I mean, you just have to be able to eliminate all those emotions. And that just takes some practice. And you have to come up with a system that you believe in. not somebody else's system. Your system, you could take your ideas from somebody else's system, but you need to come up with your system that is going to have, you're going to have that belief in that system. You're going to see it. You're like, that's it. Let's do it. The probabilities are good. I can enter to a long or a short, and boom. Once it hits these targets, you enter. Once it hits these targets, you exit. And that's it, guys. That's it. Eliminating all emotion whatsoever. Okay. So the world doesn't want you, as a man, anyhow, the world doesn't want you to eliminate your emotion. The world wants you to be a wimp. Okay. Especially the women. The women are notorious. Hey, I'm okay. Go out here. Women are notorious for trying to make men weak. All right. So here is the deal. You don't believe me? Instruction is in the Bible. Go read it. Adam, Eve, right? Okay. Made him weak. He faltered. Who else was it? Samson and Delilah made him weak. So he died. Okay. There's a laundry list of instructions on that and all throughout the history of the world about what they try to do to you. Make you become emotional, which means you're going to become weak. Same thing with trading. I hope that makes sense. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.